I'm on my way to Cherry Comedy now to try stand up for the first time and I'm actually shitting a brick. Hi, I'm Claire and for the last 4 years I've been going around Ireland doing all of the cool things there is to do for a series called the Irish Bucket List. And this is me trying stand up for the first time at Cherry Comedy in Dublin. They made me feel really at ease and it was much easier than I thought it would be. Because when you get up on stage you can't see anyone. the whole audience is in the dark. So actually that quite helps, the whole shebang. Quick disclaimer before this video, I actually haven't watched the footage because I cannot bring myself to watch it. So I'm just going to put the full set in here. Thank you to Colin Film for recording it. I'm going to put his links down in the description. I'm going to put the full set in here. Haven't watched it, can't bear to, so I just dragged and dropped the whole clip in, and yeah, so it's my full set, so I can't use this set again. So enjoy it, please be kind. I can't bring myself to watch it back. I remember that it went well, but I don't know, I'm too afraid to watch it and be proved wrong. Okay. But I'll put all the links down in the description to Cherry Comedy. They used to be called Pop the Cherry Comedy, and now what they do is they have a mix of seasoned comedians and brand new first timers. Okay, please subscribe to my channel for new Irish Bucket List videos and leave a comment down below something in Ireland that I need to do like yesterday. Okay, bye. So I've just redid my makeup in the bathroom. I'm afraid I'll talk too long. I'm afraid I'll forget my story. I'm afraid. I'm just afraid. But fingers crossed it goes alright. I met Roisin and Patrick here tonight. We're big fans. And they're minding me because I'm stupidly early and very nervous, so they've been minding me. Thank you so much.
Comedy.
Proud of you, Claire. Huh? I'm gonna be real proud of you. Can you hear me? Is this thing on?
I'll just do a quick survey before we start. If you've been here before, can you give me a cheer if you've been to Cherry Comedy before? Woo! Quite a few. Good return policy there. And can you give me a cheer if you're here for the very first time? Woo! Both. Like, you definitely cheered both times. I don't know if I've been here before. Well, here's the format of the night, guys. We're gonna have 4 comedians in total. One in the first half doing his Edinburgh preview, you know, giving you a sneak preview before he takes it over to the very prestigious Edinburgh Festival. That's mine, right? That's what he's going to do. Then we're going to have a quick break, you know, you can get a drink, you can go to the toilet. Then we're going to come back and we're going to have another 3 comedians, and a couple of them, or well, one of them's doing it for the very first time.
Like, you know, because the surgery was finished and we were there about 15 minutes.
Every week we try and have someone on stage for the very first time. So, like, I did my very first time here just over a year ago, and look at me now, you know, drinking problem and in a constant state of angst. So we're going to give her extra love and applause, right? So we're going to start the clap again, please. And bring it back.
So if it's alright, I'm just going to tell a story, and I'm going to tell a story of my favourite public transport story. So this one starts, I was on a Dublin bus. There are people here who haven't been on a Dublin bus, but if you haven't, the clientele on Dublin bus varies from, especially after dark, from a little bit mental to like very, very mental. So I got on a Dublin bus after dark, which as Irish people tell you was my first mistake. And I was sitting in the back of the bus because I'm cool. And I was looking at my phone and I heard someone greet me like they were my best friend. And I made the fatal mistake of not looking at them before I greeted them back like a best friend. So I look up and I clock eyes with her and I don't know her. But it's too late, I've already greeted her, I'm in too deep. She sees my eyes as well, and I like to think that she realised that she didn't know me, but she was mental, so I don't think she did. So she sits down beside me, let's call her Laura, my new best friend Laura. So we know each other, apparently. So she starts telling me that she's late for Grania's party, and do I think like Grania will mind because like she's an hour late, she just wants to have a few cans in the house during a result. And at this point I'm like, well I'm all in. So I go, I know, Grania's really sound like, she doesn't seem like she'd be mad at that kind of thing. And like, the parties don't really get started until 10 anyway, so you're grand. So into the conversation at one point, she asked me which estate I'm from, because we got on the bus at the same stop. Her first, like, acknowledgement that she actually doesn't know me. And I obviously don't want to tell a crazy person which estate I live in, so instead I say I'm from Mayo. And she says, I don't think I've ever been to Mayo. Sorry, how do you not know if you've been to Mayo? It's really far away. Okay, so for people who are not from here, if you're coming from Dublin, Mayo is not the county that you go to by accident. It's not the county that you can go to on your way somewhere else, unless your final destination is the ocean. So I didn't rise to that, and I just said, oh, well, you know, if you ever do go to Mayo, you should go to Achill, it's lovely. You know, there's camping and surfing and horse riding, and this is kind of my thing. Anytime someone brings up Mayo, you know, I say that about Achill. You know, it is actually great. It has camping and surfing and horse riding. And she says, I never opened up in any of my previous relationships. Okay. And she says, in all the months I was going out with all my boyfriends, I never told them that I liked horse riding. Well, it takes some people longer than others, Laura. I don't even know what to say to you. At this point, a very drunk, fat old bastard, man old bastard, not to fat old bastard shame, but came down the bus. And he sat beside Laura and he's making a lot of noise, and then he got up again and he was obviously looking for attention, and he starts kind of fussing around, and he takes his hand, fat fingers with food caked underneath the fingernails, and he licks his two fingers like this and starts rubbing his eyebrows. Right? And I'm not here for it because he's interrupting my new best friend Laura open up to me like she's never opened up in any of her previous relationships. And he says to Laura, your eyebrows are drawn on. And Laura doesn't know what to say because it turns out Laura doesn't really have time for other people being weird on the bus. And then he turns to me and he says, your eyebrows are too high. Listen here, you now, right? My eyebrows are a lot of things. They're different shapes. They're different sizes. Your eyebrows are not twins or sisters. Mine are not even related, but they're not too high. So I did the thing, you know when you pretend to write something on a piece of paper because you're an asshole? So I went, oh, they're too high, are they? Nah, I'm taking a note. For the next time I do my makeup. Random man on the bus says my eyebrows are too high, got it. Nice. Laura's very impressed by this. Because again, no time for other people being weird on the bus. So he starts to go off the bus anyway. And on the way off the bus, honest to God, he stops at every single person and says, give us a shot of your eyebrows. He gets off the bus, he goes straight into a pub. I get off 4 stops early to get away from my new best friend Laura, and we all live happily ever after. So I think I have more time. I got through that way faster than I thought I was going to do, so I'll tell you one more quick one. I am from Mayo, as you know, and I have taken the bus to Mayo several times, and I've met many a character on it, and one particular one that sticks out for me is a woman with a fish in her jacket. Because she had a fish in her jacket. It's a 4-hour bus and it wasn't even shrink wrapped, there was a fish in her jacket. And I had a hangover, and she sat beside me all the way to Ballinagare, and how do I know she got off Ballinagare, you ask? Because every 10 minutes she'd hawk up a phlegm and ask if we were in Ballinagare yet. So for 4 hours with a hangover I had to smell a fish and listen to Ballinagare.
I haven't seen the Flash yet, so I'm going to continue. There was also Stephen's mate on the Lewis. So it was a guy who came up to me on the Lewis and he went, "Will you meet me, Mace Steve?" And I was like, "No, thank you." So for those of you not from Ireland, meet means like French kiss. And I was like, "No, I'm alright, thank you," with French kiss. And he, in response to that, shouted the whole way up the tram, was like, "Oi, Steve! Your owner wants to meet you!" So that was embarrassing. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Clisare! First time on stage, absolutely fantastic.
I think that went well. It's like over before you know it. And I say the only thing that I would say went wrong for me was that, well, first of all, I wonder did I miss parts of my story because I feel like it was over in a split second, and then I was up there and I definitely wasn't on 5 minutes and I didn't see the flash to tell you 1 minute left, so I just sort of kept talking and I still don't think I managed to reach 5 minutes, or maybe I did because it feels like I was up there for ages. But then Chloe was saying they didn't flash me until the last bit to tell me this that'd be a minute warning, and it's like, so was my set only 4 minutes? I actually don't even know. But it was over in a split second, it felt like. And yeah, I am tempted to do it again. I'm tempted to do it again because I'm like, okay, cool, that bit went down well. Yeah, and then this bit, I expected to land better. Maybe I could land that bit better as well next time. So yeah, I'm totally tempted to do it again. Those are real stories, so either I'd have to do the same one again or come up with a new story. But yeah, it was really exciting and it was quite exhilarating, and the fact that you couldn't see anyone's faces made it so much easier, and I loved it. And yeah, I would definitely recommend to give it a go if you're even thinking about it. It was really good. It was really good. And do let people go and see you, because at first I was like, not. I was like, don't come and see me. And actually, it did help to have people there. And like, you can't see their faces anyway, but you kind of know vaguely where they are. So I was worried I'd like fixate on their faces, and I didn't, so it's fine. Yeah, 10 out of 10 would do again. Possibly will do again. Let's see. Maybe they won't have me. Who knows?